So we're gonna wait until 6:05, more or less, for everyone else to log in. Hi, Andrea. Good
Hello.
evening, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Good evening, Catherine. Good evening, everyone. We're gonna wait a little while longer for everyone to log in. Like 3 more minutes. Mm. Hi. Okay, good evening, everyone. I think there's enough of us for us to start. So we're gonna go ahead and have our speaking practice today. So it's really important for everyone to turn their camera on so I can see you guys. And can anyone fill me in on what you did in your theory class? What they told you about the speaking part of the test?
Yesterday, Paola told us that there were 15 seconds to prepare our speaking and 45 seconds to actually speak.
Mhm.
And we practiced that yesterday. Basically, that was it.
Okay, so you just saw the, okay. So there are different types of speaking. I guess I already explained that too. They're more like independent and integrated speakings where they're gonna make you read a text and listen to a conversation too. But the first part, the more simple ones are just, answering a simple question. So yeah, those are the ones you have 15 seconds to prepare for and 45 seconds to speak. So we're gonna go ahead and uh, do some of those practices. Let me just. Okay, so in the test, you're going to be given the order. You're going to hear the order. You will now be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak. Okay, so we're gonna put a little timer. Okay, and we're gonna set it for 15 seconds. Okay, so who wants to go ahead and start? Who wants to be the first one to try out this example? Any volunteers o escojo al, a la suerte?
Did you mention the question already or not?
We're gonna first. I'm gonna choose a volunteer, and then we're gonna read the question and.
Okay, I wanna volunteer.
Okay. Okay, so first you're gonna go ahead and read it. Wait, let's go ahead and make this smaller.
So I read, I prepare, and then I speak, right?
I'm gonna read it out for you, and then I'm gonna set the clock for 15 seconds, and then set the clock for 45 seconds for you to speak. Okay? So
Okay.
here it is. The question is, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Why or why not? Use details and examples to support your answer. Listening to music while studying is a bad idea because it makes the time spent less effective. Okay, and you can go ahead and okay, and ready to give your answer?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. When the timer starts, you can start giving your answer.
Okay, I disagree. I agree with the idea for two reasons. The first one is related to the attention management, and the second one is related to the development of the tasks. To start with, the attention focus gets lost when you listen to music while studying, because you need to focus on what you are reading and to listen to the tiny voice inside of your head. So if you are listening to music, it doesn't happen. And the second reason is that you perform your tasks if you are only doing that. And that's it.
Okay, good. You sort of
Actually,
justo
that's the
tiempo.
reasons.
Yeah, I feel that last idea was a little bit incomplete though. You kind of left it hanging. But yeah, what do you think? How do you feel with your answer?
That it was not like well supported. The
It was well
first reason
supported.
was the first reason, yes, I developed that, but the second reason was like vague or obscure to me, so I didn't get to communicate it.
Yeah, I think it was a management of time. The thing about this is we only have a short limit of time, so we have to kind of figure out a way to structure our ideas so they're a lot more concise. The way you were structuring it was good, like introducing the topics you're going to cover, the two main things, the two main reasons why, and then giving examples why. But for a matter of time, I think you would have done better with just giving one of the reasons and one example, or like two small supporting examples, and then your conclusion. So por cuestión de tiempo. So eso. Okay, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do a few of these, and if you guys feel comfortable after a number of these, if you feel they're doing okay, we can go and try the second type. Yeah. Okay, another question. Another volunteer. ¿Alguien? Anyone who wants to do this question? Andrea. You want to do this question?
Okay.
¿Me oyen bien o con delay un poco? Porque creo que igual cuando empecé el timer estaba con un poco de delay. Mm,
I hear you, Dre.
Yes.
Strong and clear.
yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and read the question. I'm gonna read it out loud to you, and then you're gonna have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to give your response. Okay, the question is, many people prefer watching music videos on television or the internet rather than listening to the songs on their own. Which way of experiencing music do you think is preferable and why? And we have 15 seconds starting now. Okay. And 45 seconds to give your answer. Ready, Andrea? Lista? I feel you guys hear me with delay, like a lot of delay. Can you guys confirm that you hear me? Bien. Yeah. Okay, so Andrea, ready for the answer? Okay, so turn on your microphone, please, and you have 45 seconds to give your response.
I am with my microphone turned off.
Yeah.
I am speaking.
Yeah, the microphone thing, digital classes, it's a whole. Okay, Odyssey, 45 seconds, and here we go.
Please, can
Again?
I have a yes?
Okay, let's one more time then. We're gonna read the question and have 15 seconds to prepare. Okay, the question is, many people prefer watching music videos on television or the internet rather than listening to the songs on their own. Which way of experiencing music do you think is preferable and why? And 15 seconds to prepare here. Okay. And ready? Okay.
I think that I prefer listening to the songs on my own because. One moment, please.
Creo que justo full series of unfortunate events esta clase. So let's wait it out. Or if she doesn't come back in a bit, let's move on to someone else to try it in the meantime. Okay. Camila, can you try the same question? Then we're gonna do it again. Okay. It's here. Again, the question is that many people prefer watching music videos on television or the internet rather than listening to the songs on their own. Which way of experiencing music do you think is preferable and why? So here are your 15 seconds to prepare, starting. And okay, 45 seconds to give your answer, Camila. Ready? Okay,
Kind of. Okay. Yeah.
ahora sí. Okay, ready, go.
Well, I definitely prefer to listen to music by my own. And I feel this way mainly for two reasons. The first one is that in that way you can feel the music. At least is the most important for me. And just close my eyes and imagine or what that music or what feeling that produces me. And the second reason is because you can listen to your favorite song while you're doing something else, like washing the dishes or taking a shower. So to sum up, if I had to choose, I definitely prefer to listen to music by my own without video.
Yeah, good. How do you feel?
Mm, I felt a bit nervous, but then it was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Did you already have like your ideas organized from?
um, just one.
Uh-huh.
And another one, yeah, it was like very, very fast. I just created while I was speaking. So then I felt nervous because of that, but I have to be careful.
Yeah, no, I feel that you managed to, put everything well time-wise, a good introduction, your good supporting ideas, and your conclusion at the end. So it all fit pretty well. The first idea, I think, was a little too extended on the examples, especially at the end. They're really
Yeah,
detailed,
it's
but
because
for this one-
I didn't know what to say next. So
no, it was really nice.
I
but-
was thinking, yeah, and I had to speak.
Claro, yeah,
because
that's kind of the problem.
the
Sometimes
recommendations.
we want to fill it in more, so we start like giving more and more and more examples. But it's
Yeah.
better to be concise with all your ideas.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, good, really good though. I like that answer. So let's see the next one. Now, Ramses, I'm gonna ask you to do the same thing. Okay, you have 15
We
seconds.
have to go
Yeah.
I have to go open the door.
Sorry, who? Yeah,
I am
I'll go.
Andrea.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Okay, we're gonna go around another after this one.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go ahead and do it again with you. But for now, Ramses, I'm gonna ask you to do this one. Wait, here's the.
Okay, give me 2 seconds, please.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna read you the question, the prompt, and you have 15 seconds to prepare your answer, and then 45 to read it. Okay, the question is, some parents educate their own children at home. Others insist that their children should be sent to school. Which way of learning do you think is preferable and why? Your 15 seconds start now. Okay, and your 45 seconds to speak start now. ready? Your idea?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here you go.
Okay. I okay. I think that the children should be sent to the school, and this for two reasons. The first one is in the school, the children have friends. The kids now they grow up with some things that they don't know. They don't learn in house.
Mhm.
And the second one is the okay. And the second one is the I forgot how can I say valores
Values.
values. Okay, and the values, no, the values that the professors, the teachers can teach to them.
Mhm. Okay. So, first observation, usually when we talk about children in general, as a generalization, it's better not to use an article. So instead of the children, just, children. Then I feel it was kind of missing like a conclusion. Like it had two good examples, but it kind of, missed a closing idea at the end. Maybe especially with topics like this, like cosas muy relevantes de la coyuntura, no? During a test, it appears better prepared to somehow relate these things to what's happening. And this is, perfect, a perfect chance to give the example of, everyone's being basically homeschooled now because of coronavirus and whatever. So that could have been, a little example to put
Okay,
in
a
there.
little context, right?
Yeah, always, feed from the context. So yeah, but overall, I like your response too. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Ahora sí, Andrea. Ready? Okay. I'm gonna put the timer. So I'm gonna read you the question and mouse. And the question is, some people believe it is important to learn as many foreign languages as possible. Others believe that speaking one or two languages fluently is enough. Which do you think is preferable and why? And your 15 seconds to prepare start now. Okay, ready? And your microphone
Okay.
on. And your 45 seconds start now.
Okay, I believe that a person should learn as many language as the person can, because the person or person has the opportunity all over the world, the opportunity of a scholarship, of the opportunity of a new work, and so I think that a person should learn as many languages as the person can.
Okay. How do you feel with your answer?
I don't know. I'm nervous, so I said that my opinion about the
Yeah, you kind of,
question.
yeah, at the end, you kind of
Mhm.
felt you were a little nervous there.
Yes.
How did you prepare? ¿Cuál era como tu proceso de preparación? ¿Qué anotaste o qué?
Eh, o sea, primero elegí cuál era mi respuesta, ¿no? Si aprender dos idiomas era suficiente o si también era si también era necesario aprender otros idiomas
Mm.
y luego pensar la razón, digamos.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. You gave plenty of examples, like listing several small examples is also a good strategy.
Ujú,
But yeah, I felt like you got nervous at the end and that fell apart a little.
ujú.
So yeah, to work on nerves, it's really a matter of practice. It really helps to, talk a lot every opportunity you get. So eso ayuda bastante en los nervios. Okay, next, who hasn't read yet?
Me.
Natalie, you haven't read yet. Okay, so again, same thing. I'm going to read you the question and you have 15 seconds to. Wait, I'm going to set the clock. Okay, the question is, some believe that a high salary is the most important factor when choosing a job. Others believe that loving what you do is a more significant factor. Which do you think is preferable and why? 15 seconds, start now. Okay, and your 45 seconds. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, starting now.
Well, I strongly believe that wealth should be measured in terms of mental and emotional health, as well as motivation and a sense of purpose. So success in terms of the work you develop shouldn't be measured by the amount of money you make out of it. It should go way beyond that and consider factors such as the work environment you're surrounded by, the opportunities of self-development you've got, and the coworkers you share with.
Mhm. Good. Yeah, great. That was amazing. I love that. Can you share your thought process? Like, how did you prepare for that?
I don't know. No, I got to read the statement a bit before you started reading, so I just started like vomiting thoughts, just keywords: health, professional culture, success, and how they should be measured. That was it. And of course, I relied also on my own experience, because I've kind of have had this conversation too many times before in Spanish.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is.
And maybe I was so nervous that it was an advantage for me.
Yeah, it's really the quarter life crisis, very much. Pero yeah, I also like very no, that perfect timing also, like very it fit very well into the 45 seconds. So yeah, excellent response.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next, we're gonna see ya hemos leído everyone, right? Ya hemos dado una vuelta. Yeah, I think everyone read once. So you guys want to do like a sort of speed round where I read the prompt, but anyone who is willing gives their answer? Or you want to try the second type of speaking tasks? Let's give it like a short little review of these first types, because they're pretty simple, but it's a matter of practice to get the hang of them. Yeah. Okay, so the question is, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Why or why not? Use details and examples to support your answer. For learning job skills, workplace training is better than a university education. And you guys have 15 seconds to prepare your answer. Okay, who wants to answer? Volunteers. ¿Alguien? No, I'm
Me.
gonna. Okay, yeah, Camila, the brave soul. Okay, 45 seconds starting now.
Sorry, I wasn't ready. Okay.
Okay, again.
Yeah, it's because I can't read the.
Okay,
Okay.
starting now.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think that for learning job skills, the workplace it's a great place for learning this. Mainly for two reasons. The first one is because it's like getting the real experience. You are surrounded by the real workers and situations, and that kind of work. And the second reason, it's because in that way you can really know or experience that if it's your real thing or what you want to do in the rest of your life. So
Good. What do you think?
I wanted to make a conclusion, but it took a lot of time to explain the first, yeah.
I
the
feel
first
though
reason.
it felt pretty complete. You know, the way the last examples you gave did kind of give this closure to it, so it did feel like a good, conclusive idea. So I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I,
Okay,
good answer.
thanks.
Okay, next, and still kind of super early. I thought it was like later into the class. Mm. Okay. No bueno. Pero those are the. I'm gonna go ahead and do more of them. Mm, just a sec. We're gonna try to do the second type too. We still have plenty of time, so I'm gonna try to do both mixed. Okay, in the second type, I don't know if they've explained this to you already, but in case if they haven't, it includes both reading and listening to a short conversation. So you have a certain amount of time to read a short passage and then listen to a conversation, and 30 seconds to prepare your response, and 60 seconds or 1 minute to give your response. So it's a little bit longer. And since you have more material, you have lots of more things to give references to. So, igual, en general, para todo es bueno tener tus apuntes o tu papelito para tomar apuntes. So, the prompt is, the university has decided to change its transportation options for students. Read the university website's announcements about the decision. You'll have 45 seconds to read the announcement. Begin reading now. 45. And here. Okay, everyone can see it and you can read the passage.
Shouldn't you scroll down?
Yeah, it's just
No, perfect. I thought it has more lines.
no, sí, era todo. All right. So now we're going to listen to a conversation about the same topic, about a change in transportation. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and listen.
Now listen to two students discussing the announcement.
So did you hear that the university is cutting its transportation budget and ending all bus service?
I did hear that. But it's no big deal, right? I mean, the university is also compensating all students with $50 vouchers for public transportation. The vouchers can be used on, like, the subway and public buses. So it sounds like there won't be a big problem.
Are you kidding me? This is going to be horribly inconvenient. I mean, like, first of all, there's no public transportation to the DeWolf Science Center. It's far away from any subway and bus station, and getting there will require a 20-minute walk through some of the worst neighborhoods in the city.
I guess that will be a problem for some people. But try to look at it this way. There's too much division in this country between university students and the people who live in the cities around them. Won't this encourage a spirit of togetherness, like when we're all using the same public transportation?
But actually, I think that this policy, that it won't help create much new interaction between students and city dwellers at all.
Why not?
Well, because $50 is not very much money. I mean, it'll probably only cover about a month's worth of subway or bus passes. And, you know, most students won't be able to afford to take public transportation. So with students forced to walk everywhere, I just don't understand where all of this great new interaction is going to be happening.
The female student expresses her opinion about why she disagrees with the university's new policy. State her opinion and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Okay, so pretty much eso, no? State her opinion and why she feels that way. When we listen to these conversations, it's usually going to ask for that. For two, it's going to be usually two people talking, and they're going to ask for the opinion of one person or the other. So you guys have 30 seconds to prepare
Okay.
response. Okay, and 60 seconds to explain her opinion and why she feels that way. Who wants to answer?
Me.
Okay, Natalie, ready? And go.
Well, she basically states three reasons why this is not very convenient for students. The first one, it's time consuming. It would take over 20 minutes to get to the facilities of the university, depending on the program, and it isn't also safe for them because some of the buildings are located in neighborhoods that are not safe. And she doesn't really think this proposal meets the purpose of togetherness as stated in the announcement. She doesn't believe that it would integrate neighbors and students in the means of transportation. Gosh.
Yeah, good. How do you feel?
Well, I think I got the three supporting ideas, but it's really hard to meet that time lapse. It's very challenging.
No, I think you did very well. Because yeah, I don't know, it was like perfectly summarized the main ideas of the conversation. So that was really great. Vivian, do you have any tips on how to meet the 45, well, the 1 minute in this case time lapse?
Well, thank you.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and see. Oh, this. Okay, so again, we're gonna read a short passage and listen to a conversation, 30 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to give the response. So, university announced a new scholarship opportunity on its website. You have 45 seconds to read the announcement. Begin reading now. You guys tell me when you want me to scroll down a bit. Okay. Now we're gonna listen to a conversation about this.
Now listen to two students discussing the announcement.
I think it's totally unfair that the Buonocore Scholarship is only being offered to students in the Romance Languages department. Like, it's an amazing opportunity, and it's so sad to see it monopolized in this way.
Is it really such a bad thing to limit the scholarship to one department, though? I mean, the fewer students compete for the prize, the easier it'll be for students like us to win it. After all, there are only 7 other students in the whole Romance Languages department besides us.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that it's wrong for the scholarship to be limited to our single department. It's a matter of principle. First of all, there are students in other departments, like history and classics and Renaissance studies, all of whom would definitely benefit from a year in Italy. Why shouldn't they get a chance to submit their work to the committee?
But if they also submitted their essays, it would be harder for us to get the prize.
Look, just because something benefits me personally doesn't make me think that it's right. I mean, I have a lot of friends in history and classics and Renaissance studies, and I totally agree with them that it's wrong for them to be ineligible to compete for the scholarship. After all, Romance Languages is a very small department, and it seems abusive for us to keep this resource all to ourselves.
I guess I see where you're coming from.
Also, I think that it takes something away from the honor of winning the scholarship if the competition isn't very strong. I'd rather know that I earned the opportunity to study in Rome by competing against the very best students, instead of thinking that I was only honored because other talented people were unnecessarily excluded from the process.
Okay. And we're gonna listen, we're gonna read the question or the prompt. Okay. The female student expresses her opinion about why she disagrees with the university's new policy. State her opinion and explain the reason she gives for holding that opinion. You have 30 seconds to prepare your answer. Okay. Anyone want to give an answer? Who wants to answer?
Me.
Okay, Catherine, ready? Your 60 seconds start now.
The student disagrees with the idea of limiting the scholarship to Romance language department for two main reasons. The first one is related to the resources of the scholarship, and the second one is related to the competence of the scholarship. The fact of the resources is that the department is too small, and there are too many students of science and social studies who would be interested in applying for that scholarship, but they can't because it's just focused on a small department with few students. And from that derives the second reason that is related to the competence of the scholarship. As there's like a limit in the amount of students, there won't be like strong or more intelligent students than the ones that are already there to apply for that. And there will be students who may benefit larger from that scholarship in other departments.
Justito igual. 2 seconds on the clock. Good. What do you think of your answer? How do you feel about it? Did you manage to say everything you wanted to say? ¿Había alguna idea pendiente que...
No, I think that at the end I run out of reasons, but I mentioned what I wanted to mention. I think that was it.
Yeah, I think it felt pretty complete, and again, it met the timestamp just right. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good answer.
Okay.
And we're gonna go ahead and see next, another example. And the same thing. Okay. The university is hosting a talk given by a guest speaker. Read the school's announcements about the opportunity. You will have 45 seconds to read the announcement. Begin reading now. And again, you guys tell me when you want me to scroll down. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and see the, or listen to the conversation.
Now listen to two students discussing the announcement.
Can you believe that the Secretary of State's speech is being limited to students in the political science and government departments? It's really unfair that they get guaranteed access.
Wait, really? I mean,
don't you agree that the Secretary of State's speech is especially important to students in government and political science?
But what about students in history or cultural studies? It's wrong to assume that just because someone studies government, the speech would automatically be more important for them.
I guess so, but can't you still apply to get a seat? So if it is important to you, you can just, show them that it is.
With the essay, that's not exactly ideal. The people who judge the essays will be professors from government and political science. They have their own ideas about what good and bad reasons are. They'll be too prejudiced.
You think?
Oh, totally. I mean, how would they be able to judge an essay by someone like a poet or a computer scientist or a sculptor? They'll probably just dismiss those essays completely.
The female student expresses her opinion about why she disagrees with the university's new policy. State her opinion and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Okay, so 30 seconds to prepare your answers and okay, who wants to give their answer? Camila. Ready? Okay, your 60 seconds start now.
Okay, the woman in the conversation is against the idea of limiting the speech of the Secretary of State just for the students, political science and government department, mainly for the reason that there's other students, such as story or cultural science, who wants to listen at that speech. And the alternative of making or writing an essay to participate is not that a good idea, because the professors of this political science government department are going to evaluate them, and they have their own ideas. So this evaluate, it would be not as well as she thinks it was kind of fair. So that.
Okay. What do you think of your answer? How do you think you did?
Well, I wanted to share more reasons, but I don't know if she said just two or one, or I didn't remember it. Or the notes that I have, it was pretty the same. It's like isn't fair, Redan isn't like a good idea, and there were other students who were likely to go to hear the speech and so on. So, well, I tried to separate them.
Yeah, you did give the main reason she mentioned, but I noticed at one point you said like almost the exact same phrase that she said in the conversation. So something that could help is like doing a paraphrasis of what they're saying. So just say it in your own words. So it sounds more like, you're not just repeating the same the conversation, but you're feeding in your own ideas.
Which sentence did I repeat?
I don't remember. It was something at the end where something around here. I want to listen.
Computer scientist or a sculptor. They'll probably just dismiss those essays completely.
The female student
They have their own ideas about what good and bad reasons are. They'll be too prejudiced. Not exactly ideal.
Something, I think it was the phrase, they have their own ideas about good and bad or something like that. It sounded very similar.
Yeah, I mentioned that the way of evaluation it would be with the professor's own ideas. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mentioned it. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So it helps, you know, a little to.
How can I paraphrasar that? Or how could I?
I don't know. I think it's also a matter of practice, you know,
Yeah,
finding new ways to
their
say,
own way, maybe, or yeah,
or and the general idea is that she's talking about that the professors would be prejudiced. So you
yeah.
could say es la idea general, no, they might not be fair when evaluating, and that's a new word, ¿no? Que es más o menos va
Okay.
lo mismo,
Yeah.
pero no repito tal cual lo que dice. So that would be another one. And I think we're gonna leave it there for today because it's ya va a ser hora. So we're gonna
Thank you.
stop it there. No problem, guys. So do you guys have any questions or comments about these practices? Any of the types of questions?
Mi- lo voy a decir en español. Es que vi en algunas prácticas de TOEFL que en la pregunta 2 se te pedían, además de explicar las razones de por qué alguien estaba de acuerdo o no, también te pedían explicar qué es el anuncio, cuál era el anuncio que dio la institución, todo. Pero en esas preguntas que hemos hecho no he visto eso. ¿Se ha cambiado o te puede igual tocar una en la que te digan, además de las razones, explica cuál fue el cambio? O algo así.
I've not really seen that they asked for that specifically, like que te piden así, no, que mencionan los datos de qué decir el anuncio y demás. It's more like they go for el sentido de la conversación. So I don't think that they're really going to pay attention to those details, pero para de todos modos construir tu argumento al momento de responder es bueno que siempre estés atenta a esos detalles. Okay.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question. Anyone else? Questions, comments? No. Okay, so we're gonna leave the class here. I'm gonna send you guys a poll. And wait a second. Okay, so I'm gonna send you guys a poll, and once you answer the poll, you can leave the class. So this it was lovely to see you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this class, and see you guys on Friday. Running on the poll, and you can. Ahí está.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Bye-bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you, bye.
Have a good one.
Okay, bye, Dre.
Bye. See you.